Sometimes we get into the ring and we hit somebody with a beautiful punch, and all of a sudden our fighter is in protection mode. He gets on his toes and he just runs and runs and runs. The way to beat one of these fighters is watch this. Right, I've hit Hussein early with a nice punch early in the fight. He's in protection mode now. He's up on his toes. He's trying to box. We've got it nice and tight because this guy's going to be running. We've got to learn to cut the ring off. Hands have got to be up high. A lot of times when he punches, we've got to learn to punch off the jab. Boom. We catch a jab and we punch. We can't wait. We can't beat with the jab. Hands have got to be up high, and we counter the punch with a punch. It's like counter punching. We're getting up there nice and close. He's boxing. He's using his feet. He's using his feet. Hands up high. We're taking all those punches on the glove, and we're punching with the punch. We punch with the punch. We catch and we punch. Boom. Pressure. Boom. Pressure. Boom. And 2 punches. When that guy's running, he throws 1 punch, you've got to double your workload. Pick the pace up. In a 20-foot square ring, it's very, very hard to keep running. I don't care who you are, whether you're Sugar Ray Robinson or Sugar Ray Leonard. If you've got somebody in there who can cut the ring off, they will catch you. But the great fighters like the Leonards, like the Robinsons, they were able to stand there and fight as well. They were able to deliver deadly blows from in close as well as while they were moving. So, very, very important for perfect preparation to get them feet right, do the road work, and do that very, very early interval training to make sure we can last the rounds and do the distance. Now we're going to show you the classic boxer. I'm not sure if there's ever been another, but Ali used to like to just stand there, pick his opponent off, in and out, in and out. We're going to go through those movements, and then we're going to try to show you what we should do to a fighter that does that to you. You can do in and out. Just jabs, he's there not to be hit. In and out. He's in, he's out. He's in. Again, now I'll show the movement. This is like the Ali with his hands out, in, and he comes out. He just drag you onto him. What Muhammad Ali was so great at, he was great at feinting. He'd just lean there, he'd draw you onto the punch, and boom, and he was straight away. By the time you punch back, he would hit you, boom, he'd be back, and he'd come back with a beautiful right hand. Ali didn't have power, he had that speed, and speed equals power, and he was just so brilliant that he could just draw you into a punch, he'd jab you, and he'd just put that little finishing touch of the right hand on you, and they were the punches that knocked most people out. For me, the way to counter that is, again, to have a very good defence. Get them hands up nice and high, and we've got to be able to try to walk through them and slip the punch. Very important to be able to slip. Great movement, great boxers, great pressure fighters have good hip movement. If we don't have hip movement, you're going to be a stationary target and you'll get hit very much. So outside, we'll go outside the jab, then outside the right hand. Out, again, out. When we're here now, we're there to punch. We can't just make a miss and not punch. The classic tail in boxing is you make him miss, you make him pay. So as I make him miss, I've got to make him pay. So I've got to make him pay, make him miss, boom, got to make him pay. I miss, under, yeah. Here I am, ready to make him pay. That hands down is going to be nice and high, just to show you. Bing, here, and here we go, the beautiful right hand. Make him miss and make him pay. Pressure fighter. Being ready to punch again after 2. Another thing that Ali was famous for, we all know, it was rope to dope. And you've got to learn, because there will be some stage in a fight where you are backed up against the ropes. And we've got to have good defensive skills while we're on the ropes. We've also got to know how to hold and tie up. And we've also got to know how to turn our opponent inside out by turning him, being in the defensive mode as your opponent's punching, to being able to have a quick little turn and have him on the ropes and you out of them. Although there's no ropes there, so what happens is I've gone from a defensive mode just to being able to turn my opponent to be in the attacking mode. Now he's on the ropes and it's my turn to start attacking. So I've gone from a defensive mode. Making sure, now remember, we're nice and close here. We don't have to hold these here, because if we hold these here, we will be hit with the uppercut. And that's the punch that a pressure fighter that's got you in on the ropes is trying to deliver to you. So we've got to cover that chin. We've got to cover that chin. Got to cover. And we've got to fire off with him, and then turn him out of there and we're ready to attack again ourselves. In that one movement, we go from defense to offense, and then it's my turn to start to work. So very quickly, while we can't hit him while he's back turned, if the robots were there, he'd be turned and his face would be facing me. Face me. Turn and my turn to work. Again, defensive skills on the ropes. Showing your defensive skills on the ropes. You go to the body. When somebody goes to the body, the best form of defense to the body punch is just a little slip. Just a little tiny turn. Have to hit you to the body there, a little turn. Go to the other side in the middle. All defensive skills, but none of this is going to happen if I'm not watching my opponent. If I've just got my head down and not thinking about what's happening, I will not cover the punches. Always very important, staying focused. Seeing what punch your opponent's going to throw. Seeing what we can counter punch from that. Seeing when we can counter punch. Seeing the openings. We let him throw a punch to that side. He throws to that side, I'm in position to throw a left uppercut. So we're drawing this guy in to throw punches at me so I can make openings to punch back. Defensive skills here. And quick turn. And my turn to work. And if you're not a pressure fighter, if you don't want to be on the ropes, and we're on the ropes for that split second, as soon as we turn our opponent, we get back to the middle of the ring and we get that jab working again. Start pumping that jab out using our feet. Another important part about being in close is having your weight leaning forward. If I'm backwards again, I'm in big trouble. Your shoulder, always be on your opponent. Although it's illegal to use the shoulder, it's very important to have that shoulder leaning on your opponent. That gives you exactly the amount of room, homie. That gives you exactly the amount of room that when I'm ready to punch, I'm in that distance to punch. If I'm standing here too far up against my opponent, I've got no punching power, no punching room at all. Very important. Head to the side so we're not going to get hit. Here I am, just can pivot around, but as I pivot, I'm ready to throw a punch. Here we are, nice and close, we're leaning together, in position to throw a punch. Had I been upright, here, I'm turning around, that's all we're going to do, we're going to have a little waltz and have a dance. We're not going to be in a position to punch. And it's imperative that at all times, we're in position to punch. If he throws a punch at me now, I'm here, and it was a bad one, I'm in position to come back with another punch. Very, very important, being able to use that body weight, that little push there, a little push there, we're ready to punch at all times. Mike Tyson, famous for the around the body and then the uppercut to the middle. That's what he does, hands are up there, boom, he punches around that body there, so they hold there and finish with the uppercut. Same with the left hand, around the body and then to the middle. A lot of fighters have this form of defense. In close, I believe it's very important to put their head to the side and cover the middle. Nobody's going to hurt us from this vicinity. Nobody's going to hurt us from this close range with a hook. But from back here, they will hurt us. If they hit me to the body, around the body, then they'll come to the middle. That's it. The famous Tyson punch is bang, boom, and he's knocked many people out with it. And a lot of other fighters use this, not just Tyson. They get their fighter going back, around the body, straight to the middle. Around the body, straight to the middle. Okay, in close, around the body, and boom, straight to the middle. It opens up the middle of the body. Very important, like I said, head nice and close. Head on the outside, using that head, using that shoulder. Not in a legal way, just having that nice distance. In a nice distance, so we can always in position to punch. Very important to be in position to punch at all times. Yep, this is still me, Jeff Fennick, with this title headgear on. I'm now going to go through a couple of sparring drills that we do with my opponent. Hussein, we'll box a few